What is love? If you honestly ask me, I would say you can't define love. If you think about it, love has no measure. It's like some people think like love is capacity. Like if you use up all your love and there's no more. But that's not true, right? It's like, let's take a parent's love for example. When your parent have like, if you think your parent have like a fixed amount of love, and then they have one child, so they'll give all that love to that one child. Now the parent have a second child. Does that mean they split the love into half? So now they're only giving like 50% to each. So in my opinion, then love has no measure in that way, because you would love both at 100%, right? And sometimes even more. But you may say, okay, that's true for a parents kind of aspect, but what about love between let's say friends, like, you know, platonic kind of love, non-romantic love, you know? Sometimes you won't have, if you truly love someone, you will love without expecting anything in return. It'll be selfless. It's not a selfish kind of love, I guess. Like for your friends, no, it's like, before I talk about relationship stuff, what example of love? Let's say it can be as simple as, you know, seeing your friend feeling hot, you know, having a hot day, sweating away, and you decide to buy a drink for them. That is love. No, you can't tell me that's not love. If you are telling me that is like, you know, a simple act, a gesture, then yes, it could be true. But you know, you can give things without loving. I always heard this word. You can give things without loving, but you can't love without giving. It's like how, let's say in the Twitch community, we always say like, you know, I love having you around, I love you being here. You know, it's not saying that, we don't say that because like, oh wait, I want you to like give bits, I want you to throw sub. It's true. Honestly, for myself, I feel like it's generally just enjoying your presence. Like, imagine if I'm streaming right now and just nobody viewing. You guys are the one that make it better. So me saying that I love you guys being here, love you guys, no, it's not saying, it's not expecting anything in return. Okay, maybe that return is like, you know, that conversation, but it's kind of like the normal kind. It's not me wanting you to give material stuff. It's like how you want to build a relation with someone, and by building relation, sometimes you need to spend time, right? You need to spend some quality time. And despite this being like maybe you guys are like in Europe, I'm in Asia, and some of you are in, you know, the States, we can't really physically meet, and this is like the only time we kind of meet. It's like kind of place to hang out and all, and that's a moment of love, lor, to me. You know, making that choice to like, hey, I want to be, you know, here hanging out with a certain person, that is an act of love. So if you ask me what is love comes in many forms. It can be actions, it can be things you say, the things you do. Sometimes it's you thinking of somebody, that is also love. So you can't quantify love, you can't put it in a box. You know, sometimes if it has to explode, just let it explode, you know? Let it pour out. Never hold back on love, I think. You know, those may argue that if you do that, you're putting yourself in a position to be vulnerable, in places to be hurt, you know. But you know, that's the beauty of love, right? Can you imagine if someone can't hurt you in that sense? But of course, the people who you truly love are the people with the capability to hurt you. If you don't love someone and they say something nasty to you, you're just, okay, good for you. But if someone close to you, someone you love, say something, you know, that's hurtful, you're the one that feel it more. That's why we get angry at people who are closest to us, and not necessarily, okay, maybe at workplace it could be different, but usually we tend to show our darker sides. Tend to show our darker sides to people who are closer to us, because that comes with trust, and love is also comes by truly accepting each other for who they are. I'm not saying that, you know, we should accept bad behavior or, you know, bad character. That's, you know, stupidity is, you know, knowing that you have a issue but not doing anything about it. But I feel like, you know, if love is about challenging each other, love is about pushing each other forward, pushing each other to somewhere you don't think you can go into. Love is unlocking one's potential. You know, like how you could be having a bad day. You know, you could be thinking like, you know, my future is there's no future for me. My dreams will never come true. Then that's where love coming from another person and say, you know what, I believe in you. When someone says I believe in you, that's all it takes. Sometimes you just need that one person to believe in you, and you start believing in yourself again. Oh my god, what am I doing? Yeah. So even for those who are in relationships, no, you're like two separate individuals. What I like to say is you're not like dependent individuals, you're like independent, but it's like two independent individuals who chooses to be together. And since they made that decision, I would say that love is a decision. Choosing to love someone is also a decision. It's not like, oh, everything is emotions, the highs, the lows. But loving someone is always a decision. That's why some people can say, you know what, I don't want to love this person anymore. You know, you have to make that decision. Like when you love someone, you say you stand with it. So yeah, that question on love. Yes, we do see like things happening in the world, like divorce, separation of maybe our parents, you never know. Couples who break up. But love is also about letting go, right? I honestly wish for everyone to have perfect marriages. But sometimes things may not work out. Sometimes there'll be hidden issues which is not known to everyone's eyes. So that's when, you know, love has to be about letting go. It may not be like, wow, it not be all beds and something about roses there. So yeah, love is all things. So what is love? Love, you can't put that love in a box. It's everything, everywhere, and everything you do. Yeah. I hope you guys I don't want to say meet someone or the one, but love is so amazing that you guys, I hope you ever will one day actually feel that feeling of love towards another person. So much love that, you know, no matter what the person can do, you never feel hurt. Not never feel hurt. You never say that, you know, I'll never stop loving. I'll never love the person. I'll always love the person. You know, through thick and thin, for better or worse. There comes a day when you know, say those vows. Then you hold it close to your heart. And yeah, I hope that you guys will all one day feel that, and then you cherish that feeling, and you continue to strengthen that feeling. But not just strengthening the feeling, but also knowing that you have decided on this and you can stick with it all the way. There's one more thing about love. So if you think, you know, some people are not that lucky to meet that one person, then there's one person that you can love, and that is yourself. If you don't love yourself, no one will, you know. I feel that the most attractive individuals, not the vain kind, are people who accept themselves who they are, know that they're working on themselves, trying to be better every day. But for that, they love themselves because, you know, they just love themselves. Because ultimately, you are responsible for your own happiness. No one else is responsible for your happiness. You know, we like to oh, this person do this to me, this person did that, and I'm hurt. But ultimately, you are the one that is in control of your life. And you've got to love yourself. Because even if you enter relationships and if you don't love yourself, then you're putting a huge burden on your significant other. The person, because now you kind of like put your value in what your significant other does, like whether she loves you or not. And maybe there's one day your significant other feels out of it and don't give you the kind of love that you think you deserve. And then you start thinking like, oh, am I valuable as a person? No, these thoughts will cross your mind for sure. Am I worth it? Why doesn't this person love me, you know? So you have to love yourself first, because that's where your strength comes from. If you can't love yourself, you won't have the capacity to love others. I mean, for me, I believe that. But sometimes I understand if you need that supporting step, the supporting hand to pull you forward. Yes, especially when several people said things that are worthless, it's hard to recover from. Because those people, especially if those people are closer to you, like let's say they call you a monster, they call you like the scum of the earth, they call you like the worst person, they call you an accident, that will hurt. But those are just words, you know. Ultimately, you decide your life, and you have to love yourself to know that you are not a monster. You're not the scum of the earth. You're not an accident. That you being here right now is a miracle in itself, and you should love yourself for that. And you never know the number of people you are touching with your lives, even in the smallest way. There's no such thing as insignificance to me. No action is too small. No person is too insignificant as a person. I'm sure by one way or another you have brought some blessing to someone else's life, and that itself is enough to know that you know what, you deserve to be loved. I always read this quote that says you get the love you think you deserve. So it all happens up here in the head. The moment you can think, you can break that barrier of thoughts and think, you know what, I deserve to be loved. I deserve all the good things that happen to me. I'm not a bad thing, I'm a good thing. Then you'll begin to start loving yourself. And let me tell you, once you start loving yourself, you begin to see how wonderful you are as a person and how beautiful you can be. And just, yeah. How does one go about loving themselves? Words hurt more than physical pain, yes. Because physical pain cuts into your body, but words will cut all the way towards your heart. Loving yourself, some people think it's treating themselves to a good meal. Some people think loving yourself means doing things you love. Let's say you like me, I like play basketball. Yeah, play more basketball, play more games, watch more shows. But to me, those can be very experiential based stuff. Ultimately, loving yourself starts first in your head, in your thoughts. So if you have to think it first, and once you think it, then you can do it. You have to change that mentality that you are like weak, which is true. We are weak. We all have our differences. We all have our weakness and strength. But a lot of time we just want to focus on that weakness, and then we stop thinking about how strong we can be. And when you're trying to love yourself and try to leave all your weaknesses and mistakes, someone will come and point it out. Try to ignore about yourself and go on, which is what happens. This is why I say, ultimately, is what you place your value in. Do you value yourself in the words of what other people say about you? Or do you value yourself in the words of what you say about yourself? If you can say to yourself that, I'm valuable, and that's your first step really. Yes, definitely you make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone have their weaknesses. Everyone has done things they have regretted in life. But what makes you different, or what makes you different right now, is that you acknowledge it. You acknowledge that this has happened. You acknowledge that you have these weaknesses. You have done this thing. You have done something you regret. But your mistakes don't define you. Your mistakes don't define you. Your weaknesses don't define you. What defines you is what you do about all this. How you react. How you react to the words of others. How you respond to all your past mistakes. And do you change? Do you work on self? Do you try to be better? Or do you just say, I'm just like this? You know, some people are just like, you know, this is who I am. I am that mystic. And you know yourself is that's not true. If you know that's not true for you, then that's when you start loving yourself, you know. No, I'm not that mistake. I'm not the things that I regret. I'm not my weaknesses. You have to see yourself as a person who is human. There's bound to be all these things. No one's perfect. And that's the beauty about being human, that, you know, there's always opportunity to grow. If you came in here being all perfect, all knowing and all, then it kind of takes away the beauty of life, of exploring and seeing the world for what it is. As much as, you know, we like to say, oh, you know, people close to us hurt us and all, but my biggest advice is not to put your value in the words of others. Like today, maybe I say something about you, you may not like it, then you just don't put the value in that word, you know, don't put the value in what I say. Ultimately, it's what you say to yourself. What do you say to yourself when you see yourself in the mirror? You say like, oh, I look so ugly, I look so horrendous today. Or do you like, you know what, I look great, and I love myself who I am right now, and who I can be. A person will come along and the person will love you for the imperfections you have. Those imperfections are what they are absolutely adore. They want to be there for that journey with you to improve and better yourself. Yes, that is when you find someone, right? Someone who's willing to walk with you, who knows you, who loves you for all your strengths and your weaknesses, and is willing to work with you towards becoming the best version of yourself. But at the same time, that's where you have to love yourself to know that you have to work on your weaknesses. Loving yourself is not saying, oh, I'm like that, that's why I'm bad. You know, loving yourself is saying, oh, you know, I am like that, I have all these things, but I'm willing to work. You know, you can't, you know, just let the other person do the work for you. You have to do the work. And all the more for that person, you would want to change yourself to be better. Look at the stars, look how they shine for you, and everything you do. We were all yellow. I came along, I wrote a song for you, and all the things you do. And it was all yellow. So then other thing to have done, and it was all yellow. Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turning to something beautiful. You know I love you so. You know I love you so. You know I love you so, guys. I swam across, I jumped across for you. Oh, what a thing to do. you were all yellow. I drew a line. I drew a line for you. Oh, what a thing to do. And it was all in yellow. Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turning to something beautiful. And you know, for you I bleed myself dry. For you I bleed myself dry. It's true. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. And all the things you do. It was all yellow.